In this era of rapid change, we're facing an unprecedented threat to the world's biodiversity. Unfortunately, the clock is ticking for many species, and it's threatening the very fabric of our ecosystem. In this video, we'll be looking at some animals at risk of disappearing forever in the next century, according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature. From rhinos to the Maui dolphins, these creatures are on the brink of extinction. Let's take a closer look at the urgent threat they face. 1. Amur leopard. The Amur leopard is one of the most endangered big cats in the world, with fewer than 90 individuals remaining in the wild. Found in the Amur-Heilong region of Russia and China, these majestic creatures face threats from habitat loss and poaching. However, the remaining population could disappear as a result of genetic proliferation, even without human influence. Due to the small number of reproducing Amur leopards in the wild, the gene pool has such low genetic diversity that the population is at risk from inbreeding. Amur leopards historically occurred in the Lesser Khingan, Changbai Mountains until the 1970s. In the following decades, the range decreased to a few areas in Jilin province. Today, only small and isolated populations remain in northern China. 2. Gorilla. Gorillas, with their powerful and gentle nature, are also under threat. Multiple species are likely to vanish as soon as 2030. The eastern lowland gorillas are decreasing at 24% per decade, while cross-river gorillas are declining at 51% per decade. Mountain gorillas are also endangered, with fewer than 1,000 individuals remaining. In a desperate bid to save the gorilla, conservationists have set up protected areas and rehabilitation centers. Picture yourself volunteering at a gorilla sanctuary, surrounded by lush greenery and the sounds of chirping birds. You're tasked with feeding and caring for a group of orphan gorillas, each with their own unique personality. As you work alongside these dedicated conservationists, you feel a sense of purpose and belonging, knowing that every action you take can make a difference. But it's not just about protecting their habitat, it's also about addressing the root causes of their decline, the human factor. In many parts of Africa, local communities have come into conflict with gorillas due to habitat encroachment and competition for resources. 3. Rhinoceros. Multiple rhinoceros species are on the brink of extinction. Most are killed by poachers for their horns, which are bought and sold at the black market for high prices. The contemporary market for rhino horn is overwhelmingly driven by China and Vietnam, where it is bought by wealthy consumers to use in traditional Chinese medicine, among other uses. It's made up of keratin, the same material as fingernails and hair. The first is the Sumatran rhino, found deep in the Indonesian rainforest. It's critically endangered, declining at 35% per decade. There are fewer than 80 individuals remaining. Black rhinos are decreasing at a rate of 47% per decade. Javan rhinos are fewer than 60 individuals today. The northern white rhino, found in the grasslands of Central Africa, is now extinct in the wild, with only 2 individuals remaining in captivity. Let us hope these animals don't turn into memories, as scientists work tirelessly to preserve their genetic legacy. 4. Vaquita. The vaquita is a small porpoise found only in the northern end of the Gulf of California in Baja. This porpoise can be easily distinguished from any other species in its range. It has a small body with an unusually tall triangular dorsal fin, a rounded head, and prominent black patches surrounding its lips and eyes. Picture yourself on a boat, floating through the tranquil waters of the Gulf of California. The sun beats down on your skin as you scan the horizon for signs of life. Suddenly, a sleek vaquita breaks the surface. You feel a sense of responsibility, knowing that human actions can make or break its survival. Unfortunately, the species is currently on the brink of extinction, decreasing at a rate of 76% per decade, and listed as critically endangered by the IUCN. The steep decline in abundance is primarily due to entanglement in fishing nets. The story of the vaquita is one of human neglect, as bycatch from fishing nets has pushed them to the edge of extinction. 5. Sawa. The mysterious sawa, one of the rarest mammals in the world, is found in the Annamite Mountains of Laos and Vietnam. With only around 20 individuals remaining, it is critically endangered. In 1993, a team of scientists stumbled upon the sawa in the mountains of Vietnam and Laos. This remarkable discovery was met with a mix of excitement and skepticism. The sawa's unique features, its slender build, long horns, and striking white stripes, left experts wondering how it had gone unnoticed for so long. But as human activity encroaches on its habitat, the sawa's future is uncertain. Conservationists are working tirelessly to protect the sawa's habitat and prevent its extinction. From patrolling protected areas to conducting research on its behavior and habits, every effort counts. 5. Yangtze's finless porpoise. The Yangtze finless porpoise, a rare Chinese river porpoise, is decreasing at a rate of 33% per decade. It is estimated that only about 1,000 remain. Identified in 1981, the Yangtze's finless porpoise has captivated the scientific and conservation communities with its remarkable characteristics: the absence of a dorsal dorsal fin and its striking coloration. Despite the growing body of knowledge surrounding this enigmatic species, it has become increasingly clear that its existence is at risk. It's facing a multitude of threats to its survival. Habitat destruction, pollution, and overfishing have all contributed to its decline. The story of these porpoises is one of struggle as they adapt to a changing environment. Due to the rapidly declining population of the species, the Chinese government and conservation charities are working to help save it from extinction. 6. African forest elephant. The African forest elephant is a behemoth of the forest, with its massive size and distinctive features. It is native to humid tropical forests in West Africa and the Congo Basin. It is the smallest of the 3 living elephant species, but despite its grandeur, it remains a secretive creature, rarely seen by humans. Its ability to blend into the forest shadows makes it a true giant of the wild. The African forest elephant is facing a multitude of threats to its survival, decreasing at a rate of 47% per decade. Habitat destruction, poaching, and human-wildlife conflict have all contributed to its decline. 7. Maui dolphin. The Maui dolphin, found only off the coast of New Zealand, is one of the rarest dolphins in the world. It is a small but mighty creature, reaching only about 3 feet in length. Its distinctive coloring and playful nature make it a beloved sight for those lucky enough to spot it in the wild. But despite its charm, this tiny dolphin is facing a grave threat to its survival. Imagine yourself snorkeling in the crystal clear waters of Maui, surrounded by the vibrant colors of coral and fish. Suddenly, you catch a glimpse of a small dolphin swimming playfully alongside you. You feel a sense of wonder and connection to this incredible creature. With only 60 individuals remaining, it is critically endangered and faces threats from entanglement in fishing nets. Picture yourself standing on the shore, watching as fishermen haul in their nets filled with sea creatures. You notice that many of the catches are dolphins, and you feel a sense of sadness and concern for their fate. You wonder if there's anything that can be done to stop this senseless killing. These animals are just a few examples of the many species that are at risk of extinction in the next century. But there is hope. By taking action to protect their habitats, reduce human-wildlife conflict, and combat climate change, we can make a difference. It's time to take action and ensure that these incredible creatures continue to thrive for generations to come. Thanks for watching this video on the urgent threat facing our planet's biodiversity. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on wildlife.